Hello everyone, how are you doing today? In this digital age, the way the world is shaping up and the kind of advancement that we see, one of the most important technical skills that everybody needs in the future, irrespective of their background, is coding skill. If you are not from a computer science background and wondering if you can acquire coding skills or not, let me tell you, coding skill is like any other skill and one can easily acquire it. The steps that we are going to discuss in this video will help you not only in becoming a great programmer, it also will help you achieve a software job with a lucrative package. So, here we go. The first aspect is understand what it takes to become a programmer. Coding is a skill. It takes time to become good at it. When you start coding, you must have clarity on what you want to achieve. It's important to have a goal in mind. Do you want to acquire a skill that is good enough to get a job in a service-based company or a product-based company, or you have ideas in your mind for which you want to build an application on your own? Knowing the answers to these questions will help you narrow down where to focus your efforts, what languages to learn, and how much time it will take. There will be times where you want to give up. During those times, your goal will come to your rescue. To have success in coding, you have to master impatience, frustration, distraction, and the dependence on external forces to solve technical problems. The next aspect is choose a programming language. There are many programming languages, but how to choose a language to start with? If you are from a computer science background, then you can go with C, C++ or Java. If you do not have fundamentals, then you can choose Python. The reason being, compared to other programming languages, Python is number one, simple to understand. Number two, it can be executed with less code. Number three, you need to learn less syntaxes. Number four, it takes less time to learn. Number five, Python is the base for most of the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. Whichever programming language you choose, ensure that you build strong fundamentals. When you learn a programming language, you first learn syntaxes. If you learn the syntaxes of one programming language very well, it is easy to learn the other programming languages also. Because programming language like C, C++, Java follow similar syntactical paradigms. The next aspect is learn algorithms and data structures. Data structures define how to store data, and algorithms depict how to process the data for solutions to standard problems. It gives an insight into how efficient it is to use one of the algorithms, and it will enable you to choose best one to convert into a code. You can do that only when you have understanding of the algorithm and data structures. For you to become good at algorithms, you need to know complex computing problems like searching, sorting techniques, hashing, etc. The next aspect is explore. Initially, when you start coding to solve the problem, your approach is to get a desired output. But there are other things that are important, like the compactness of the code, efficiency of the code, design pattern, etc. For you to improve on these aspects, you should observe the codes written by other programmers. And nowadays, it is easy to access the repository of codes written by other programmers. You can refer to few websites like GitHub, GitLab, SourceForge, etc. When you read the codes written by other programmers, you can understand different approaches. The output will be the same, but the way the logic is written and the code will be different. The next aspect is practice. For practicing, you can register with any of the online platforms like HackerRank, HackerRed, CodeChef, etc. All these platforms have similar features, so you can register with any one platform. It is better to stick to one platform rather than practicing it on multiple platforms. In the beginning, you can start practicing with easy level questions. Once you gain confidence, then you can try for moderate level and then later on higher level questions. Focus on application of algorithms, data structures, building logic, practice debugging before you go to the higher level questions. The next aspect is participating in coding competitions. In the coding competitions, there will be a problem statement for which you need to write the solutions, and you can compete with people who are trying to solve the same problems. Initially, you might have to face failures. Your code may not be accepted, but that's where the learning starts. If you keep practicing, you will eventually get through. The next aspect is learn multiple programming languages. After you learn a programming language, learning multiple languages makes programmers easier to recognize the similarities between languages, syntax, semantics. Different programming languages have different uses, and for building a complete application, you might need functionalities of multiple languages. For example, to develop a comprehensive website, we need to know languages like Java and Python. And to become proficient in these languages, we must know the basic languages like C, C++, as these are the languages which are very close to operating systems. The next aspect is build an application. Your ultimate test to check if you learned a programming or if you have become a programmer is by knowing whether you are able to build an application or not. You can build any module. You can pick up any small idea of your own and use this idea to build a module around it. Or you can check the options given in sites like projecteuler.net, where a lot of options are available. If you can build multiple applications or modules, then you gain more exposure. Developing a website or a mobile application or a chatbot could be some of the options that you have. These are the aspects that we believe if you follow, you can become a great programmer. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon.